Good evening, good evening. How you doing? Cajun, Road Rage.
Daddy D.
This is Daddy D. This is
What's left of me?
this guy right here is one of the original, one of the guys that brought the Savannah chapter here to Savannah. He's I want to call him a legend, but he is a legend here in Savannah. He's a guy that myself and Road Rage, we emulate. We want to be when we get older and be his age and everything. I mean,
82.
Man, I tell you, it's beautiful. I don't know, what you think, Road Rage?
He's you said it right, he's a legend, but you know, he's not a legend in the Buffalo Soldier world. He's also a legend and well known throughout the local clubs. Every time he goes, everyone know Daddy D and Angel Face.
That's it.
They know him, you know, they know he's gonna be there through bike nights and through their functions and through their annuals and stuff, and it's well known. It's a beautiful thing. It's well respected in the low country bike community.
Yes, definitely.
Well, I've been around a long time. You know, I'm 82 years old. I've been riding 66 years.
Jeez.
I've only been down one time, which is a blessing.
Very
But,
much.
I know a lot of bikers. I know a lot of clubs. But the Buffalo Soldiers is the first club I ever joined. I was a loner, but I rode with a lot of people.
Man down. Keep choking over here.
Choking, trying to be cool to drink.
Daddy D, I know you told me the story on how you became a Buffalo Soldier, but can you tell us? I want to get it on camera because one, it's history. I think it's history. It's a great history on how you became a Buffalo Soldier, how you went to Augusta, and then you started coming down here and started recruiting to Savannah and bringing them to Augusta, and then you brought the chapter here to Savannah. Can you just give us? I mean, you don't have to go into detail, but just a little short. You know how it became, how you became a Buffalo Soldier, because you're the first one. You were the first one that from Savannah, if my memory is, you know.
Yeah, I was down in Hinesville, messing around with a few of the fellas, and this guy named, what was his name?
Was it Dragon 6?
No, Dragon 6 was Augusta. He's the president of Augusta.
And he was a command sergeant major. And he was a Buffalo Soldier, but he rode with a club down there in Hinesville. And I asked him, why are you riding with this club and you got on Buffalo Soldier colors? And he told me he was with this club up in Augusta because they didn't have no Buffalo Soldiers club around here in the Savannah area. So evidently he called up there to Dragon 6 in Augusta and gave him my name and got on an airplane and went on a wreck. So anyway, this guy, Dragon 6, he was one of the founders of Augusta. And he just kept bugging me, calling me. I said, look, man, I don't know no Dragon 6. So then one day I sat around the house. Me and a guy named Bronco, he was the mayor of Harleyville. And we got in the car, it was raining, rolled up there to find Dragon 6. Well, we found this clubhouse, which was supposed to have been the Buffalo Soldiers clubhouse, but we didn't find no Dragon 6. I left a note. Next day he called me up. So I rode back there on my bike. I was riding a Harley Davidson road guard at the time. So he kept bugging me, so I finally joined the Buffalo Soldiers Augusta. We didn't have no chapter here in Savannah. So I started running back and forth from Savannah to Augusta.
By yourself?
By myself. And guys started seeing my colors here in Savannah. So next thing I know, he asked me, do I know a guy named Herbert Young, AKA Pops. I said, no, I don't know no Herbert Young. He said he works at Gulfstream. Well, he was interested in the Buffalo Soldiers.
Okay.
So we recruited Pops And then we recruited Big George Nicholson, and Hardy Man. And 4 of us were running back and forth. Then all of a sudden we got 5 more police officers coming too.
That was
Bird and Shipwreck and Father Time.
Kerry Thomas.
What's Kerry? Don't tell me.
Cat Daddy.
I always call him Big Love.
Cash Money or whatever.
Cash Money, yeah.
Well, anyway, we got 9 of us running back and forth to Augusta. And well, anyway, we kept asking for a chapter in Savannah. We was running like 300 miles round trip. So they were fighting and say no more Buffalo Soldier chapters in Georgia, just 2. Atlanta, another chapter, and Augusta. Well, we got with Dreammaker, the founder, T.C. Crosby, and a couple other guys. That was high up on the level. We finally got a chapter here in Georgia.
Is that when y'all got in the van, got a van and rode to New Jersey? And
Well, that was after, I think.
okay,
Well, anyway, they told us to take off our Augusta colors. There was 9 of us. Turn them into Dragon 6 and go draw Savannah colors. That was March 2005. We was down in Daytona at the time. I was doing bike week. So we cut our colors off. I put them all in little freezer bags. I had 9 of them stacked up there. And waiting on Dragon 6. We was back in Savannah. I had the colors stacked up. And Dragon 6 was down in Florida. And he met me at Hooters. And I give him the colors. He was kind of mad, but he knew about it. So he said, Daddy D, I'm gonna burn all these colors except yours. If you want your colors back, you can come back and get yours. Well, I'm gonna burn them. So then we drew colors for Savannah, and that's how the chapter got rolling.
gotcha.
We didn't call me as the founder. There was 9 of us that left Augusta and came down to.
But all intents and purposes, you kind of spearheaded it in a roundabout way.
Yeah, I was the first one in Savannah with Buffalo Soldier colors.
Right.
But there was 9 of us that left Augusta
To form
come
this-
Savannah.
to
So
form-
that's
yeah.
why we call us the original 9.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And we went from there and kept growing and growing and growing.
And here we are now, the clubhouse, and
Got a clubhouse and
doing big
I'm
things.
retired now from them, but I hang with them and see what's going
You're
on.
here every day, man.
But they doing good. Buffalo Soldier Savannah's doing good.
I would tell you this top, and you know, I call you, why you call you top, but I would hope that when my, like I said, the creed said when our riding days are done, I want to be remembered as a good rider and a well-respected Buffalo Soldier. Even though you're 82 years old, I don't care if we're doing bike nights, we're doing the annuals, we're doing a cookout, we're doing a community service. You and Angel Face are always there, and we talk about that all the time. How even though you don't ride anymore, you still and you're retired, but you still are a Buffalo Soldier. And you know you always here.
Yeah, I enjoy the Buffalo Soldiers, always did. This is my first club being a member of. I rode with a lot of clubs, but I never was a member. But when I heard about the Buffalo Soldiers, it struck my heart, and I went from there. No, I don't ride no more. I went from 2 wheels to 3 wheels of trike, and I was coming out of Florida on my trike, and I had arthritis in my hands, and my hands cramped up on me, and I like to turn my trike over in 95. So I called my daughter up in Atlanta. I said, look, told her what had happened. She said, Dad, you 80 years old now. It's time for you to give it up. She said, sell your bike. Well, that was kind of hard to do, but I took her advice and I sold my bike. Then when I turned 81, I said, well, I'm gonna buy me another trike. I don't care if I'm just put it in the garage, back it out, wipe it off.
Just gotta have a bike.
I'll get another trike. So they came up with tobacco color trike, real pretty. I took a picture of it and sent it to my daughter. I said, how you like this? Oh, that's so pretty. Then she said, well, you're not getting it. So I gave it up. I'm 82 now, and I miss riding. I miss the bike, but I still got the Buffalo Soldiers. I hang out with them.
We're glad you're here, man. We're glad you're here.
Sometimes I get tired, but I keep pushing.
No, you do. I don't know how you do it, but you do. You hear every time we do something, every time we open these doors, you're here. Anytime we come up to clean up and everything, you're here, man.
It don't matter.
Yeah, we look up to you. I mean, at least myself and Road Rage, we look up to you.
I appreciate that.
You're the reason why I mean, not the main reason, but we want to be like you, man. When we get to your, hopefully, God, if God willing, we get to your age and we'll be able to,
Well, I'm blessed with that. I never thought I'd get to be 82. Now I'm looking for 92.
That's a blessing. You only went down one time. I've been down twice. One was my fault. One was somebody else's fault. Somebody else's fault. But I ain't gonna call no names. But he's in his interview day today. He ain't sitting in the middle on the left hand side, is it?
what are you talking about, man?
Y'all went down up in New Jersey.
Ooh-wee.
Matter of fact, I was riding a Honda when I went down, Honda 754. It was raining, and I hit the railroad tracks wrong, and the bike flipped on me, slid me across the road. It was kind of, in the wintertime, I had on snowsuit, so I didn't get hurt or nothing.
Good.
But messed the bike up a little bit. But went from there and back up on two wheels and haven't been down since. That's a blessing.
It is a blessing. It is a blessing. When when you I think you told me the story, when you ride in Vietnam one time?
That's when I got my first Harley in Vietnam in 1963.
Good Lord.
I went to Vietnam in 63 and 64. When I went over there was this captain. He had his old Harley, it was a 47, had a suicide clutch on it, gear shift on the side. He said, anybody got any greenback? That's greenback money, because they had him Vietnamese money. I just hit over there, didn't know how to ride, but I had $100 in my pocket. He said, anybody got $100? You have it. I gave him $100, he gave me the bike.
You said suicide, the clutch was right here?
Yeah, the clutch was suicide on the floor, but your steering, your shifter was right on the tank. It was a 47 Harley Davidson. Well, anyway, I set it up behind the hooch. One guy coming there, I'll never forget this guy named Porter. He was from Washington, D.C. He said, who bikes that out there? I said, me, sir. He said, come on, let's go downtown. I said, I can't, sir. I don't know how to ride. So he took me out on Thompson Newton Airfield on the backside and taught me how to ride that bike. And about 2 days later, downtown we go. And I rode that bike for 1 year, and I sold it to another captain for $100. He got on the plane and came on. And then I've been riding ever since.
That's
I've been riding 66 years.
That's what's up.
It's a long time.
But I do miss it.
Well, we appreciate you, man, more than what you would ever know. We appreciate your knowledge. We appreciate what you do for us. We appreciate how you guide us. You know.
He said that, but we also appreciate how you don't tell us what to do. You show us how to do it. A lot of people like to say, do this, you're a soldier, blah, blah, blah. You just do things and we see how you do it and how the people respect you in our chapter.
You lead by example.
Yeah, thank you. Lead by example.
Lead by example.
That was my legacy in the military. I had 22 years in the military. But I always told my soldiers, do what I do, not what I say. And I always
do the right thing.
Do the right thing,
right.
And do the utmost. And they see that, and they say, oh, I want to be like that. I want to do like that.
That's it.
And that's where I always led.
That's a beautiful way. I mean,
that was a good example.
It's a great example.
You know,
It's Just leave it, me and him the same way.
Do as I do. Stay out of trouble, do the right thing, and keep on pushing.
Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Well, Daddy D, I know we had to pull you to come do this interview with us, man, but we really do appreciate you sitting down with us, man. And it's an honor. It is an honor.
And I want to say one more thing. I was up in Carolina at the roundup when the Buffalo Soldiers went national. I think that was in 1999, if I can remember. And they had this big tent. I was up there at the roundup and I seen all these fellas. I looked at the back of that tent, see what was going on in there. But I didn't know about no Buffalo Soldiers, but they were saying they was going national. I looked around in there and I liked what I seen. And then as time went on, I started hearing about Buffalo Soldiers. I think we had about 10 or 12 chapters when I joined with Augusta. And that was in 2001. And I knew every president, every vice president. I went to every event. I mean, everybody knew me. And
everybody still know you.
but now I think we got 120 some chapters, whatever it is.
35 states. Yeah.
I don't know nobody. And I was down at the last event they had down there in Florida, in Jacksonville last month. Whatever it was.
Yeah. Yes.
I went down. I think there were 4 people that I knew from back in the day. Batman from Central Florida, and a couple other guys. But most of these guys now is new to me. I just don't know.
Well, if we stay around long enough, we be saying the same thing. About 20 years, I don't know nobody, but we're still soldiers.
That's it.
That's the bottom line.
It's a good organization to join. I'll tell you that.
It's the best we know. It's the best we know.
I agree with that.
Might not be the best, but it's the best we know.
That's it.
That's it. So appreciate you, Daddy.
Times have changed, the new generation.
Thank you. We really appreciate you, man. Seriously, all jokes aside, man, we appreciate you more than anything.
Thank you for the interview.
And continue to guide us, man.
Please.
10-4. What you gonna do with that interview?
What's going viral?
It's gonna be posted. You're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna send it to you. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna end this thing, man. Like I said, Cajun Road Rage, and this is Daddy D, man. It's the legend, man. It's the legend.
Peace out.
We're out.
All right.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing, man? This is Cajun, this is Road Rage, man.
Yo.
We're from the Savannah chapter, Buffalo Soldiers, right here in Georgia. We're at here, nice little clubhouse here, right here on Tibet Avenue.
Yes, sir. The Continental West, baby. 111 Tibet Avenue. You need to come check us out. If you don't know, now you know.
Appreciate you watching our videos. Thank you for support and all that stuff.
Remember, subscribe on YouTube. Check out all the videos these young man's posting. We're doing big things down in Savannah. I'm trying to come check us out.
Trying to keep it rolling, baby. Man, fuck it, we out, bro. Let's roll.
There we go again.